In addition to his work in such films as Cruel Intentions and The Skulls, my next guest is one of the stars of Dawson's Creek, which will air its season finale tomorrow night on the WB. Please welcome Joshua Jackson. Very nice to have you here.
Thank you for having me back.
You know, this show, Dawson's Creek, young people just love this show, but now you've got this situation to figure out, is this show going to go on like, you know, like 90210 went on for a long time. And in the later seasons, they were like, Dylan, come back, you know? And do you, I mean, how long do you...
Joey.
Yeah. So it's that thing where it's great, it's successful. How many more seasons do you think?
Truthfully, I think the next season might actually be our last season because we are getting to be the wizened old men of the WB. 23, they put you out to pasture.
Right, right. The WB likes to keep them real young.
Yeah, it's like 14 is the cutoff age. After that, you're out the door.
Right. If they see that beard, you're fired.
Exactly. You gone.
You know, we were checking out the websites for your shows. It turns out there are 20,000 websites
and
for
not a
Dawson's...
single one of them has the word cloaca on it.
Whereas it shows up on every one of our websites. Now, this is where it gets interesting. There are people that say to me, oh, do you look at your websites? And I think, you know, I don't want to. It's too weird. What about for you? I mean...
You know, like the average 23, just about to be 24-year-old guy, when he goes on to the internet sites, it's a porn thing. So if I was to go on and be looking at pictures of myself, not a good thing.
It gets kind of weird.
Not a good place to go psychologically, I don't think.
Right, so you think it's, you just avoid those sites altogether. And also people say really weird things too.
It's very hurtful.
Well, they're probably not hurtful to you, I get.
Oh,
man, what
hurtful.
A fat head, you know? I might trace it back to my hometown. But yeah,
that's just not nice.
Yeah, but it'd be a big ego boost for you, I think, to just know that guys have that many fans.
Well, you know, I'm Irish Catholic. I got a lot of family members. That's a lot of websites.
Yes. You're also in Sugar Magazine, Britain's best-selling girls magazine, which I subscribe to. I didn't even know you were in this. We didn't go looking for this. I was just paging through Sugar like, I love that top. And then what the? Joshua Jackson. Look at this photo. These are the kind of photos you get to do. Isn't that cool? This is you and your dog, right?
That's me and Shumba, yeah.
You know, I think that's good, but I think it's not as good as my Tiger Beat photo, which...
I remember that shoot, actually, because I have a subscription to Tiger Beat.
Yeah.
I thought that was an interesting
You were just
direction.
slipping through, like...
Ooh, Conan.
Where's the gang from O-Town? Oh, it's Conan. Now...
Brittany, Conan,
yeah,
Brittany,
right. Why don't they leave me alone, those people? You are done shooting in North Carolina for the season.
For the year, yeah.
Okay. You guys shoot in this...
I think someone either died or lives in North Carolina.
Someone just was like, yep, me... I would think in the small town that you shoot in North Carolina, you can't go anywhere and just be yourself because anyone on that cast, and the Dawson cast, sticks out like a sore thumb.
Well, we blend in pretty well, except for the occasional times, like, you know, like after Canada won the gold medal and me and my friend Wes, who's from Vancouver, were running around the downtown with a Canadian flag screaming, "Gold!" at the top of our lungs.
Right.
That doesn't help the blending in part. Especially when they call the police, and then you have to run through the other part of the town going, "Silver, silver."
So actually, when the police get a call that there's a Canadian running around...
There's only two.
There's only two, and they know where to find you.
They're just like, Josh, really, this has to stop.
Why are you doing this? Now, speaking of, you say childhood friend, you just went back home and bought your childhood home, is that right?
All of my first memories are in this house in California, and the man who bought the house from my father 16 years ago, sold it to me in January, and I've just been moving back into this house, which is literally the house that I left. I mean, nothing in the place has changed. There's stickers that I put on my childhood window when I was a kid that are still there. And it's this guy, Arnie, who sold it to me, and it's been an incredible thing. Imagine going back, literally, if you went back to your home.
It's like a time machine.
Totally.
Yeah.
It's been mothballed. It's exactly the way I left it. I found my G.I. Joes under the deck the other day.
Now...
I swear to God.
You found your actual G.I. Joes?
I found 2 G.I. Joes buried under the deck. What was I doing playing under the deck? I don't know, but apparently I was having a good time.
This is kind of strange because it would bring up a lot of good stuff, I would think, but also you're an adult now and you're living in your childhood home.
Right.
Is there anything that's kind of weird?
It is a little creepy sleeping in my parents' bedroom. This part is kind of creeping me out. I actually had to sleep in my bedroom for the first couple nights because I wasn't quite ready to be in Mom and Dad's room.
Right.
But, you know, it's my house now. Screw 'em.
They're outside. We have nowhere to live, please. And you're like, sorry,
Remember
suckers.
when you sent me to bed without dinner?
So that would, and also, like, if you bring a girl by or something like that, that's got to be a little weird because you associate this with being a kid.
Honey, come to the bedroom. This is where my parents used to sleep. Yeah, that would be odd. Mother's upstairs.
Oh, well, weird. That's very strange. I'm glad I brought up the most uncomfortable area. I'm like, but wait a minute, what about this? So you're going to stay there. Who's had the house since you moved
It's
down?
this one guy, Arnie Costel, who was actually a pitcher for the Bo Sox. And when he retired, he moved up into Topanga, and he's been working in California. And he literally bought it from my father. My parents divorced and sold it back to me 16 years later.
That's cool that he left your stickers on the window.
Yeah.
Your Donny Osmond Rules sticker is still there.
Backstreet Boys forever!
The season finale for Dawson's Creek airs tomorrow night at 8 on the WB.
Yeah.
And then you guys are back next season.
Yep.
Hey, thanks so much for coming by. Always great to have you here. He's a funny man, Joshua Jackson. We'll take a break. We'll be right back.